All right, welcome to the Let It Fly show. I am Michael Severe, and look who's back. Josh Jones, where you been? It was I heard a story that maybe you got kidnapped. Something like that. But he's back, and in honor of him being back after being gone a month, he wore a suit.
I did.
That's the way it worked.
I did. I had to show up standing on business.
Yes. Your fit had to be correct because you've been gone for a while.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. We, of course, are inside the Let It Fly Sports Bar in the beautiful Capital District, one of 3 locations, soon to be 4.
Yep.
Because Lincoln want to be open soon, but Let It Fly out west. You got Let It Fly in La Vista and Let It Fly downtown.
That's correct.
All of them have happy hour.
Yes.
3 to 6, and the reverse happy hour is 10 to 1.
Yep.
Where you can get great specials on drinks and food as well. We want to thank our presenting sponsor, which is Bud Light. They make it
easy.
Easy to drink, easy to enjoy, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're watching.
Correct.
And right now, the busyness of sports, you got the conference tournaments going on.
Man.
Right? That's going on just starting the first couple of days. You got baseball, obviously, right around the corner. That's going to be starting very soon.
Right.
You've got the World Baseball Classic going on right now. I believe the finals is this weekend, I think.
Yep.
We're getting close to the World Cup happening, so I don't know when that is. I know it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
I've heard conversations about that.
Is that supposed to be Kansas or L.A.?
L.A., I believe, is what I heard. Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, and then the Olympics is going to be in L.A. too. L.A.'s got it going on.
Man.
Yeah, and I want to tip with the specials too. Every day you got a different special. We're taping this on a Wednesday. Wednesday special is?
It is Taco Tuesday. No, Wild Wings. $1 wing.
Dollar Wing Wednesday.
Yeah, see, I ain't been here in a while.
Dollar Wing Wednesday.
I'm rusty on my jump shot.
We'll be working on the alliteration.
Yeah.
Dollar Wing Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes, and every day's got a special, so you can check that out as well.
Sorry about that.
Our special guest, we had a big event that's happening this weekend. It's a Saturday, which is really cool to have them on Saturday. We always have our event on Thursday. Saturday is awesome. It's sports for kids.
Yep.
They raise money for special needs kids, not just to get them sports equipment, but all kinds of different things, including a story that we're going to hear a little bit later about a wheelchair as well. So we'll talk to Andy Tingwald about that, sports for kids, and we'll tell you about that event that's happening. And listen, man, I put together the auction for the Jet Award every year. And I try to have a bunch of silent auction items, anything from small to very large, right? But we only have 4 or 5 live auction items. These people have 100 live auction items, which is incredible to think about.
I can't wait to hear about it.
I feel bad for my boy, whoever's calling the auction. I feel bad for them. We'll talk to Andy coming up. But first, time for headlines.
Yep.
Number 1 headline, Nebraska basketball. No. Nebraska spring football. I know people think we're doing basketball first. We're doing spring football. Here's the cool thing. So we're taping this on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, for the first time in spring, they let the media go in and get a look.
All right, what you think?
Went in for about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll start off the quarterback race. Anthony Calandria, most likely the starter. I'll tell you something, though, and you've had this experience, I know. You watch the guy on TV, you watch the film, and you see him in person, you're like, damn, he little.
I promise you.
You've had that. He little.
Yep.
And he's not a big guy. He's about, I'd say, 2 inches shorter than T.J. Lateef, who's about 6'1". He's probably 3-4 inches shorter than Danny Kaline, who's about 6'2".
Yep.
He's not a big guy, but you see him running around. Yep. He's athletic.
So my number 1 question is, why him?
Why they pick him?
Yeah.
Because the guy they picked originally changed his mind and went to Kentucky.
I knew.
That's what happened. But no, I think that they took Anthony Calandria because they know that they need to be making plays off schedule.
Right.
And he's going to make them. He's going to escape the pocket. He's going to make throws down the field. They have really struggled in the passing game of having big plays.
Okay.
The best way to have a big play in a passing game is on a broken play.
Right.
And so they think they can have more of that. That's why they like him. He played at Virginia. Then he played at UNLV.
Yep.
And he put up huge numbers in the Mountain West. He was the Offensive Player of the Year in the Mountain West. So,
what's the Mountain West Conference like?
Well, it's changing a lot because a lot of those teams are going over to the new Pac-12. But Boise's in there. Mm-hmm. Boise actually beat them twice.
Okay.
It's funny because they lost to Miami, Ohio in the bowl game, a team that I really liked during the regular season, and they did a good job of keeping Calandria in the pocket.
Okay.
If you can contain him and force him to try to stretch the ball down the field, he does turn the ball over a little bit.
Man.
So that's a little scary for that. Offensive line-wise. So you get their center, Justin Evans. He's 6'2", 315. Guard spots, Brendan Black, transfer, 6'4", 320. Paul Mabinga, another transfer out of LSU, 6'5", 315. And their tackles are Elijah Pridgett from last year. He's 6'6", 325. And Tree Babalaga, who is 6'5", 330.
How many of them are in the pictures like this?
They all look mean in their pictures.
Okay, all right, you get my point.
They all look
How
mean in
many
their
of them are
pictures.
dogs?
Yes, so
Some dogs.
That's definitely one of the things. They're big though, and they
I
all
don't want to be like Mike from Recess.
No,
the cartoon.
No, you don't want that. The great thing about them is they all have experience playing in the Power Four.
Gotcha.
Whether it's Kansas State, it's LSU, it's here at Nebraska, they all have experience.
That's
so
great.
that's good to have.
Yep.
Or LSU, I mentioned that. Yeah. So then wide receiver wise, a lot of depth.
Yep.
They got a transfer from UCLA named Quasi Gilmer.
Okay.
Runs really nice routes, really good looking player. And then they got everybody we know,
Yeah.
Ja'Cory Barney's coming back.
The band, the boys.
The bands are back. Everybody but Dane Key is back.
Yeah.
So we'll see those guys. That should be cool. My concern is probably the defensive line. So you went out and they got a couple of transfers. And one of them was from Pitt. Real athletic looking. Not big, though.
Yeah.
The other guy they got, who is out of Boston College, he's big, but he's short. Mm-hmm. Picture this. You ever see a fire hydrant?
Okay.
Just make the fire hydrant taller and wider, and that's what he is.
Oh, wow.
He's just a big old fire hydrant.
Right.
Excuse me. And so we got him, and then Tyson Terry, our guy from Omaha North.
Yep.
Malcolm Simpson, who came in last year, who was injured. He's
Yeah.
back. If they can get some depth and good rotation at defensive line, I just worry if they're big enough.
Okay.
I always worry about that.
Yeah, Tyson, he's undersized, but he's strong.
Yeah, he is. So he got injured that senior year of high school.
Right.
Couldn't finish playing football. Ended up winning the state wrestling. The torn ACL. He is putting on good weight. He looks like from yesterday. I would say he's probably 315.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a big,
put
and
some
probably
weight on.
6'5".
Wow.
Yeah, he's a giant guy. And then you got some guys coming on the end. So Anthony Jones, this guy has played at 4 different schools in the Big Ten.
Yep.
So he's transferred everywhere. He's on one side, and Williams Nweri's on the other side. Good player. You got Cade Petschak, who played really well as a true freshman. Cam Linhart. So they got a lot of bodies. The best thing they have, from what I could see, is a very deep secondary. And they got 2 linebackers that came and transferred in. Owen Chambliss, who actually was the linebacker for the new defensive coordinator at San Diego State. And then they also brought in another guy whose name is Dexter Foster. And he was at Oregon State. And Dexter Foster's a beast-looking dude.
Okay.
Like, how sometimes you just see the guys out there in the field. Remember I was saying how you saw Anthony, and I'm like, well, he should be bigger. You look at what Foster is, you're like, that dude doesn't have another place for a muscle. He's just one big muscle. So that's good. And I mentioned all of the depth in the secondary, too. So that's probably the strength of the team, I think.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what Anthony Calandria can do. We'll see more on March 28th. That's the spring game.
Yeah, I'm about to say, when's the schedule come out?
Spring game is, the schedule for the season's out. The March 28th is your spring game. Mm-hmm. First game of the season is the first week of September against Ohio. Then they play Bowling Green, and then they play, and I always confuse this, it's either South Dakota State or North Dakota State. One of those two. Okay. They play them, and then they get into the Big Ten schedule. They play Michigan State on the road, and then they play Maryland. And then from there, man, schedule's tough.
I know.
They play Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to be able to win 7, 8 games. If they can win 6, I think that'd probably be a good year. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be a tough year.
So, what does it take, though, to I thought our defensive line was good.
Well, last year they struggled. I think part of it was the defensive line coach.
Okay.
They went out and got a guy who was an assistant defensive line coach at Kansas City to come in and be a college lead-a-room defensive line coach. And I don't think he was prepared. And so I thought the defensive line guys regressed. So your hope is that guys like Van Poppel take a step forward opposed to what he did last year.
Yep.
And so I think they got enough bodies. They get good coaching. I think they could be okay.
All right. I got to get back into the groove, man. I ain't been around town in a long time.
So now, Nebraska basketball.
Let's talk about it.
Number 2 seed.
I have seen that, though.
In the Big Ten. Number 2 seed in the Big Ten. Projected to be a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament.
Man.
And they'll probably play Purdue on Friday in the semifinals or the quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament.
Big Ten tournament,
yeah.
See, for me, I'm not going to be the guy that say, I got to say it. All this work won't mean anything.
Oh, I know.
And it sucks because this is probably the greatest season they've ever had in the history of Husker basketball.
Oh, it is.
And this is a legit team.
Yes.
But you did everything you did to put yourself in what? A 3-seed position.
A 3 seed.
To try to win just
14 seed.
one game.
One game. They're predicted to play teams like Cal Irvine, I saw. And they're going to be, most likely, a 3 seed in Oklahoma City.
Right.
And so Nebraska fans know that place.
We out. We traveling.
That's 7 hours from Omaha.
Right.
You've got a place where people used to go to softball.
Yep.
A place where Nebraska football used to go down and play at Oklahoma State. So they know the trip.
Exactly.
And so I expect it'll be pretty good thinking about that. And with all that energy, you're a 3 seed. There's only been, I think, 24 in the history of it, 14 seeds to be 3 seeds, something like that. It's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Right.
So, Nebraska's got a shot. And if they beat Purdue, they get Michigan State most likely in that semifinal round.
It's a typical game.
They win that game, then maybe they can get as high as a 2 seed.
Right.
You never know. It's certainly a possibility. Right. It could happen. I want to ask you something. I was going to ask you this last week, but you weren't here. And so this is something Sam McEwen wrote, okay? He's talking about Creighton, Nebraska, the rivalry. Mm-hmm. And he says, Creighton holds a tiny lead in the series. They're up 30-29. How about that close series? The rivalry has ebbed and flowed. Danny Nee's 90 teams dominated Creighton. Dana Altman flipped it, dominated Barry Collier's teams. Doc Sadler went 3-3 versus the Blue Jays, winning all 3 in Lincoln, before Tim Miles went 1-6. Sucky. Then Hoiberg lost his first 3 against some of Creighton's best teams, and then won 3 of the last 4.
Yes.
Here's the quote from Sam. He says, the series has flipped for sure, and maybe for a bit.
Yeah.
Do you buy that this series has flipped, and now Nebraska has the upper hand, and do you think it can go for a while like that?
Yes. You want me to tell you why?
Yeah, please.
New number. Who this?
Oh, because of coaching?
Coach Mack about to leave.
Yeah.
And anytime a coach leaves,
to leave like in a week?
No, like he's going to leave soon.
Okay.
Like,
but not this year.
No.
Okay.
Coach Mack, no. And if he does, like, it's news to me.
Yeah.
But I say that to say this. Coach Hoiberg has been grinding.
Yeah, yes.
This whole time. He's stuck with it.
Yep.
Got to give a lot of credit to his son. All the guys who came behind just to kind of get them to where they are now.
Yep.
And, like, with Nebraska and how they're playing and how great the Big Ten Conference actually is right now.
Oh, sure.
The Big East is down.
It is down.
Nebraska has all the momentum. It's beyond just those 2 teams. It's the conferences that matter also.
Okay.
Very top-heavy with Big East. You can say top-heavy with the Big Ten, but it's Big Ten basketball, the strength of the players on the different rosters.
Yeah. It's probably a good 6 deep.
There you go.
It should feel pretty good about 6 deep,
Yeah, Creighton is like 4. And to be honest,
right now it's like 3.
It's like 3. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
and
it's
so
like 3 now.
I'm just saying that I just feel like Coach Huss, even though he is going to be the predecessor, or the successor, the Mac being the predecessor, I think that he got to earn his own stripes. I think just because he knows the system and the program and can take it to new heights, maybe add his own sauce for a different direction. Coach has been grinding the whole time, and I think it's his turn.
That's what Sam ended that sentence by saying Creighton is at a rare program crossroads.
Rare.
While Nebraska is in firm control
100%.
of the rivalry.
Yeah, 100%.
So headline number 3, Creighton does play. This is taping on Wednesday. So tomorrow, the day this comes out, 1:30, they play Seton Hall. Now, it's not luck.
Wait, let me say this real fast.
They had a blessing to get that first round bye.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
NIL plays a factor, though.
Yeah, really and truly, Creighton has more money for basketball than Nebraska does. And they can bounce back pretty quick.
So you can get microwavable real quick.
I completely agree with you. And we're gonna go over this. Who's coming back.
Interject, my bad.
We're gonna go over who's coming back. Okay. It could be a quick turnaround. I just want to say that Creighton plays Seton Hall at 1:30. They were most likely not going to get a first round bye and needed 3 different things to happen.
Right.
In order for it to happen, they get the bye, so they play Seton Hall. I mentioned that. They win that. They probably get a rematch against St. John's.
Yeah.
Now, they lost to Johnny's twice. First time up by 17.
Yep.
Second time was by 29.
Correct.
So,
the other one I was embarrassed.
It was embarrassing. Okay, so talking about turning this around, you can obviously go into the portal and bring some guys out. Who comes back? Do you think Blake Harper's back?
Yes.
I hope so. I know he wants to be back.
Yes.
Hudson Greer, the young freshman who they were going to first redshirt, but now played this season, had some foot problems. What do you think?
This is what they're going to do.
Give him some money? Okay.
Take them keys.
Oh, they let him go?
They're going to let him go.
Okay. Owen Freeman, who struggled all year, been injured, hadn't been able to play. He's got one more year. He could come back.
I know. Good question. I think name another person. I'll give you an answer.
Jackson McAndrew, who's been out all year.
He's back.
Could have come back at the end of the year. Probably could have played.
Yeah.
Jason Green, another year.
He going to hold it down.
Okay. Fedor Zugic. He's got one more year based off of the ruling that happened.
He'll be back.
And then Conan, the big judge.
See, the thing about Creighton is a lot of these guys will be back just because of how great the program is internally.
Yeah.
Great guys, great administration, great AD, great facilities, good people, great people in Omaha. They loyal to the soil.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the guys that Creighton got now aren't like really, unless they just selfishly, which when I say selfishly, I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, unless they see that they just get more reps elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think they stick with the same guys and add more few pieces.
I think 6 of the 7 come back.
They don't rebuild like that.
I think Owen Freeman doesn't come back.
No, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, they don't. He probably doesn't come back.
Owen Freeman is gone.
You bring in a couple of guys out of the portal, and all of a sudden you got your rotation. You can turn around quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn around quickly.
So yeah, that's my take on it, man. I think that I think Creighton is always one recruit away.
Sure.
For getting right back.
There's no doubt.
Nebraska basketball is a different brand of basketball, so you kind of got to have some of the right pieces, which is your 4 spot. Creighton 4 spot matters too.
Yeah.
But Nebraska with that rink mass spot.
And he'll be gone.
You know?
And Sam Hoy going to be gone.
So how are you going – that right there makes me worry. Is that statement true?
I'm assuming that Bryce Samford will be back, but he could go to the pros.
Yes.
He's had a really good year. He made first team on one of the teams for all Big Ten. He made second team on the other one. So there's a good chance that he could leave if he wanted to. So that'll definitely change the cut.
And Creighton has a lot of dignity and integrity. Creighton believe in their guys.
Yeah.
It don't matter about the season. It's about the investment of time.
Yeah.
They going to grind it out, but they are strategically and financially in a better position where they can get a microwave quick fix.
Before we get to our guest, your thoughts on Bam Adebayo putting up
it hurt me, man.
83 and getting past Kobe.
Just brick both.
Because of Kobe?
Yeah, man. But no, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't care who they was playing against.
Yeah.
Anytime you put up that much, they still an NBA team.
You still got to make shots.
They still an NBA team.
You got to make free throws.
Legendary. I feel like what that did for Bam Adebayo was kind of solidify his superstar stardom status in the start of his trajectory of an NBA Hall of Fame career.
Oh. See, I always thought he was a really good two-way player. He gives you a lot on defense. He's a pretty good scorer. I think of him being like the second or third best scorer on a team. I never thought about him being this. The guys who have done this have all been dominant scorers before this.
1B.
What was his high? Do you know what his high ever was before 83?
Truthfully, if I can guess, I would say his high would probably be like 22.
No, he had to get a 30s. I'm sure he had to get a 30s in the past.
Yeah, let's look it up.
Yeah, I'm sure he had to get.
But I say that to say sometimes you need a coming out party.
Yeah, and that was definitely that.
Yeah, and I think for them, he needs a D Wade. He needs that one guy.
Yeah.
That is going to be his 1A to his 1B. Because Miami plays fast and up and down, but the way he runs up and down, honestly, he could be considered 1A. But I think this is the trajectory of an NBA Hall of Fame career.
I mean, he doing that. Obviously, look at the guys that have done it before and put those kind of things up.
Right. I didn't know Will scored 79.
He did, and 100.
I'm like, what?
79 and 100. Yeah. He had 31 in the first quarter, 43 by halftime, and 62 by the end of the third.
See, that's what did it.
So that fourth quarter was going to the free throw line a ton.
Right. But I like that the game must move forward. Records are made to be broken.
Yeah. He broke the highest scoring ever by a Miami Heat, which was 61.
That was LeBron probably.
Yeah, so he had 61. That was the record before for Miami.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find what his run was before that. But, yeah, that's good for him. I mean, that's awesome. Good for him.
No, I think it's a trajectory of an NBA Hall of Fame career.
That's interesting to say.
It's not a fluke that he did that.
Yeah.
It's about, like, an opportunity. And it's still an NBA team. It don't matter about their defense or intentional fouls. We can pick everything apart.
Yeah.
83 is 83.
It's amazing.
Yes. So that was cool. That's legendary. Still not as good as Asia Wilson is in her sport. She's probably the best player, like, in the WNBA to me, like, by far. But, that was dope. You can't hate on that at all.
Yeah, he's gotten in the 30s.
Shout out Bam for sure.
He's gotten in the 30s before, but nothing like this. Nothing like
I thought 30s.
He got the 30s, yep.
Yeah. But now,
but good for him.
1B. Signed, like, big extension. Like,
sign somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming up, we're going to talk to Andy Tingwald. He is from Sports for Kids. They have a big event coming up on Saturday, and we'll tell you how you can get involved with it. If you like auction stuff and you want to buy some really cool sports items, they have it.
Right.
And we'll tell you more about that coming back here on Let It Fly Show. All right, welcome back to the Let It Fly Show. We are joined special guest this week with us. Andy Tingwald is joining us. He is from the Sports for Kids Foundation. They have a big benefit auction happening on Saturday, the 14th, and you're only a few days away. You've got to be a little stressed right now.
No.
Are you good?
No, I am even keel right now.
That means I'm stressed.
I'm doing well.
You got everything set up. Everything's good. Tell us about how the organization started. 35 years is a long time to do anything. Let's talk about how it got started.
Sure. Started here in Omaha with a couple guys that wanted to help some kids out. Al Vacandi is one of the starters of it, and Al is still involved, as well as Terry Harwood, who was his partner at the time. Terry is just a little bit more removed as he lives in Chicago, but we have slowly worked our way up to where we are now. 35 years of very, steady growth.
Yeah.
Let's call it that. And over the last few years, they brought me in to help with the exponential growth. So that's kind of where I'm trying to get us to that next level. I want to get in the same party as some of these big boys. And girls.
So I know, like, 10 years is a milestone, 20 and 30 years. 35 years is actually a different but huge milestone. Is there anything different about this year's fundraiser that's going to be additional for 35 years of service?
Well, that's funny. I guess we never really looked at it that way. We don't look at celebrating achievements or milestones. But our milestone this year is to hit $100,000 raised.
Okay.
All right.
So that is, we're making a push to hit 100,000. And we've never done that. That may not sound like a lot, but that equals a lot of gifts for special needs kids.
Amen.
And that's what we like to do.
You can go to the website, sportsforkidsfoundation.com, a website that will be much more updated very soon by Graham, who is sitting over there, who I know is working on that. Let's talk about where the money goes. And how did Al and his partner, how did they figure out where they wanted this money to go once they started doing the fundraiser?
Well, originally it was, like they did some softball, winter softball tournaments.
Okay.
And they were helping some, I think, juvenile diabetes. And when the money didn't go where they had hoped it would go, they kind of broke off and said, let's do our own thing.
Okay.
So then they just found kids or partners that needed help. And over the last few years, we have had more partners. So when we make donations, sometimes those gifts are to specific organizations, and we can help give those gifts as somewhat specific to their needs. We also have kids that'll reach out on, and parents that reach out on our website. There's a place where they can ask us for gifts, and we consider that and go from there. So there's lots of, we just gave $1,500 to the Nick Howe Foundation. Nick is doing a pop-up foundation, and he helped a 16-year-old who has cerebral palsy just get a new wheelchair. Some things we don't think about.
Yeah.
As we grow as kids, we outgrow equipment real easily, and I don't think about that. Where am I thinking about that?
Yeah.
I might outgrow a pair of trousers because I'm getting fat. But we don't think about a 16-year-old who has more needs as he gets bigger and needs a different chair. Sure. Well, insurance companies, they don't think the same way we do, and they don't use common sense sometimes.
Sure.
So
all the time.
So unfortunately, we had to step in, and we made a gift, and we felt really
awesome.
strong about
it. Yeah. I mean, that's actually a fortunate thing, because without you guys, not saying it would never happen, but there's a barrier to that access. So I could definitely commend that. What is the process like for those with special needs that want to get involved? Is that how easy is that process, and how long is it to give them the nod to be a part?
So they can go to the website. There is a section where they can apply for funds. They just explain their situation. Comes in an email to us, and we can usually make a decision within a couple weeks. So,
okay.
Yeah. So it's not this is not a long process. We're not, you don't have a whole bunch of red tape to jump through with us. But we also make partnerships with other organizations such as like HETRA, Camp Caholo.
Okay.
All-inclusive aquatics. They're all doing some really good work, and we want to help them. So.
And just a follow-up question for that for me. Over 35 years, how many special needs individuals have you guys donated to us?
That's a tough question. I've only been involved for I've been to the auction. I think I started going in 2012. So I've been involved for 13, 14 years. I've really been involved maybe the last 5 or 6 years. But what I'll say is got to be thousands and thousands.
Wow.
Thousands and thousands.
Wow.
We tend to make smaller gifts. We're not going out and making $15,000 gifts typically because we do want to spread the love and help as many kids as possible. So.
Andy Tingwald joining us.
I love it.
sportsforkidsfoundation.com. One of the groups that you gave to was that equine therapy sessions. And my son actually went to that. You don't think about things like that, but that makes a huge difference in a special needs.
Absolutely. Those kids, when they can do some of the things that they've never been able to do, either take some equine therapy, riding lessons, get in a pool, all inclusive aquatics, tends to calm those kids down, puts them in a new light, and they just get so excited. And you see the smiles on their faces, and it's really empowering to see that. I mean, it's fun to do. You know, what we do is fun. We'll talk about that here in a second a little bit more, but when we give the gifts, that's really that's it. And when we can give to Hetra and those kids can enjoy those moments, that's all. It makes it all worthwhile.
Now, well, tell us about the event, how everything goes.
Sure. Saturday, March 14th at the DC Center. Doors will open at 5:30. You can get in a little early. If you go to our website, you can click on the link that'll take you straight to the One Cause website, which is a mobile app that we use. The mobile app will get you in so that you can enjoy the event. It's a dinner. It's a cash bar. We'll have raffles. We'll have a wine pull. We have 150 silent auction items. Mm-hmm. We have 60 live auction items.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. If you have,
he's like, I'm thinking about the Jet Awards.
Dude, we got like 4.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I looked at your event and I was like, all right, Michael, we got
40 silent and we got 4 live ones.
We're gonna have to have a little competition next
I feel bad for the auctioneer. The auctioneer's gonna be dying.
Yeah, well, we have a professional auctioneer who's been doing this for. I think Earl's been with us since the start as well.
Nice.
Earl's getting to the point where he's about ready to retire, but he's that country guy that comes in.
Sure.
He's from Western Nebraska. He'll come in and it's a real auction.
That's awesome.
He's like pointing and we got spotters and all that stuff. So
can I get a little bit of soul?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what. Oh yeah, he's fun.
Yeah,
Earl's fun. So that night it's a lot of fun. There's so much going on.
Yeah, I was going to ask where. What's the location again of the
DC
event?
Center?
DC Center. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just listening to everything you're saying. I'm like,
that's to be a fun event.
Like I said, I have a big heart for the special needs community. I have so many questions. I know Michael does too. I was trying to contemplate to clear my schedule, to see if I can.
You make it work.
Yeah, I mean that.
I tell you
sincerely.
I got your ticket. If you can make it, Josh, I got 2 tickets. I know you're out of town, Michael, but I got 2 tickets for you if you want.
Wow.
Okay.
You'd be like, Al, just giving away tickets.
Al likes to give them away usually, but
half of the people come because Al just giving them away.
Now tickets are $40.
$40.
You get 2 for $75 though.
Yep, couple for $75.
And you mentioned all the events that are happening.
Yeah.
Obviously, want you to come there and take a part in the auction. Can you give us an idea of some of the items?
Oh, absolutely. Over the years, Coach Mac's been nice, and he's given us some stuff. But this is one year where he's got a lot on his plate, so we didn't get anything from him. So you got to give him a little elbow. But we have, if you name a sport, we got it. I've got footballs signed by Andy Reid, Tony Romo.
Oh wow.
Bo Nix, John Elway.
Wow.
I've got baseballs signed from Joe DiMaggio all the way to Pete Alonso.
Wow.
I've got
Polar Bear.
Yeah. He's a good ball player.
Yes.
Jackson Holiday, guys like that. We have some pretty special stuff at the end of our auction. At the live auction, we've got some, some golf at the Players Club. We've got some golf trips. I've got some major jerseys that we got. Ellie De La Cruz. I've got some nice frame jerseys like Nikola Jokic. I've got a beautiful framed Wayne Gretzky.
Wow.
We've got.
Do they donate
Caitlin
most of this
Clark.
stuff?
So some things are donated. Some things we purchase.
Okay.
One of the things that we are a little bit different is we do take money from each year and then reinvest it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing that we are very good at doing is when we purchase things, we turn it into more money. So when we ask for donations, when we go outside of our bubble and look for people who will give money, we usually have about a 2.5 to 3 time return on investment. So
wow.
So yeah, some of those items were donated, some of them were purchased. We had a gal she donated 50 baseballs last year, and I mean that's where the polar bear came from. That's where Joe DiMaggio. I got stuff sitting in my closet downstairs that we're not using this year because you can't put 50 baseballs on.
Right. So, yeah. Well, at least you got one for 50 years.
Yeah. We have enough stuff. We really have enough stuff for probably 5 or 6 auctions.
And you don't have to be there to bid, right?
So on the silent auction,
okay,
you can go buy a ticket for $25.
Okay.
And do the offline auction. So if you're sitting in, where are we going?
Costa Rica?
Costa Rica. If you're in Costa Rica and you have the internet, you could technically bid on our auction.
I could bid on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can't make it,
then I turn around and sell and do the auction at General.
That's right. Yeah. I got a great deal. We're gonna use it. We're gonna use it for Johnny's.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So I'm gonna read the mission real quick. The mission is to provide assistance to special needs children and their families in Nebraska, but throughout, not just Nebraska, but throughout the country.
We are Nebraska centric, obviously.
Yeah, right.
But here's our dilemma, and some people will say, well, why do you give to a place like in Cincinnati? Well, Joe Burrow donates to us pretty much every year.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
Al knows Jimmy.
Sure.
So it's it's one of those things where if you get some donations in from a certain part of the country, we're going to give back a little bit. So we're helping kids. Everybody loves to help kids, no matter if they're from Nebraska or somewhere else. But our auctions wouldn't happen if those things didn't come in from other places.
Right. And so a youth turns 19. Does it make them like kind of ineligible for donations?
We would still consider that.
Okay.
We don't have an age requirement per se. We typically look at the situation and then make an assessment. But, if a family's taking care of their child at 19 or 23, they're still a child.
Yeah, that's very true.
It doesn't mean they're not an adult. They're
still their child. I know. I still consider myself that.
There's somebody that needs help. So we're not putting limits on things.
Again, 35th year for the annual Sports for Kids Foundation benefit. The auction, Sports for Kids. Andy Tingwald joining us. Again, you want to go to the website, sportsforkidsfoundation.com. Tickets are $40. 2 of them for $75. Save a little bit there. Fun event. Kids under 12 get in free.
That's correct.
Which is awesome as well. Awesome. And you have the auctions at DC Center, which is 11830 Stonegate Drive, where my wife and I took dance lessons.
I went to a couple of weddings over there.
Who has?
Yes.
Pretty much everybody's been to a wedding or was married there.
Or took dance lessons there. Yeah, definitely. Andy, we appreciate it. Good luck on Saturday. I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
Thanks so much for your time. Josh, let me know if you need tickets.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sounds good. All right, welcome back to the Let It Fly show. Thank you very much to Andy for coming on. That was really cool. I checked it out. The most that he'd had before this was 41. He had 41 in his career.
Put some respect on his game, Josh.
Basically, doubled up.
I'm tripping,
what he had. So congratulations to Bam Adebayo doing that. Also, thank you to Andy for coming in. Huge event on Saturday.
For sure.
Good luck to them.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Andy. Thanks to Caleb and Dez.
All right, man.
Thank you, Dez.
I seen you this morning, fam. I just was working.
Mike Allen as well, our executive producer. Sable Gray for putting the video together. We appreciate that. And our presenting sponsor, Bud Light, making it easy to drink, easy to enjoy, no matter what you're doing sports-wise, no matter what you're watching. Enjoy your Bud Light as well. Also a reminder, subscribe, like, if you're on Apple, if you're on Spotify, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. It helps us out. We appreciate that. You can leave a comment as well, and Josh will read it.
I will, too.
No doubt.
Yeah. Might reply depending if you say something crazy.
I'll be gone next week, but you will have your former coach.
Correct.
Over in this seat, talking with literally one of the greatest high school coaches in state history.
That's true.
Eric Behrens will join us next week on the show. Josh, take us away.
Hey, Josh Jones here with Michael Severe. I'm glad to be back, man. But y'all know how we do it. It's a Let It Fly show.